Why, hi there. It's a weekday, but Mother Nature doesn't usually care about those who prefer to actually have a weekend schedule. So here we are. It is Sunday, and we've got some weather to talk about. A lot of rain, some storms, some flooding, and some ice. Oh my goodness. Let's dive into it in this Sunday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 21st of January, 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Boldy in Chief David Reimer. It is going to be a very wet week across the eastern half of Texas, but it's also going to warm up. So, in that sense, we're not going to be dealing with a big-time winter storm, something that's going to gridlock the entire state, shut the state down, or threaten to cripple us because it's, 5 degrees outside. Are also going to have the chance for some rowdy thunderstorms and a lot of rainfall. Let's just get into it and talk about what we're expecting for today, tonight, into Monday morning across the state. This is going to be the high-resolution rapid refresh model. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of rain across the eastern half of Texas tonight, Monday, even into Tuesday. Thunderstorms too. That means lightning and thunder, but severe thunderstorms in the sense of tornadoes, damaging winds, quarter-size hail or larger are not expected to become an issue for the state, but definitely some lightning, some thunder, heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail, especially with some of those more rowdy thunderstorms near the coast, maybe some wind gust over 40 miles an hour on Monday. For today and tonight, the purpose of this video specifically is to address the possibility of some slippy doom potential across portions of Texoma, North Texas, generally across the western and northern periphery of the DFW Metroplex. Now, what we're going to show you here is greens turning to pink tonight, early Monday morning, but changing back over to rain near or by sunrise Monday morning, and that's going to occur as warm air advection, southeasterly winds tonight, helps to slowly climb temperatures tonight into Monday morning. Thus, the ice threat for tonight really will be from about, let's just say, sunset today, but maybe not really starting until maybe 7, 8 o'clock, and probably at its worst during the early morning hours Monday, and actually improving quickly by sunrise Monday, with temperatures rising above freezing and things just turning to plain old rain, and that rain helping to accelerate the improvement in any sort of travel difficulties or slippy doom. For Texas, Oklahoma and Arkansas, on the other hand, well, that process will occur too. It's just going to be a lot slower, thus allowing for a legitimate, relatively unhappy ice storm to occur with treacherous travel conditions and even some potential for tree damage and power issues due to heavier ice accumulations. So for those of you heading up into Oklahoma, Interstate 44 and Interstate 35 are not going to be places you're going to want to be from sunset tonight all the way through probably lunchtime Monday, versus the Red River, where we're going to be improving probably by 7 a.m. Monday morning. We're not going to follow that typical diurnal temperature curve where things cool down at night and then, coldest near sunrise. We may see our coldest temperatures this evening around 8, 9, 10 p.m. and then slowly rise from there. All right, after this model loop plays out, excluding all the icy mischief, we're to pure rain across the state by 8 a.m. Monday, and it's going to stay that way for the remainder of this event. Getting into Monday afternoon, you can see plenty of rain in the eastern half of Texas. Let's go into Tuesday and Wednesday. More rain, more thunderstorms, even up in the Panhandle, even in portions of West Texas, the Permian Basin on Tuesday into Wednesday, and a whole lot of rainfall across East Texas, Southeast Texas, the Brazos Valley, the Victoria Crossroads, the coastal plains, all the way down to the Middle Texas coast. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off and on, if not mostly on, showers and thunderstorms, and some of the rain will be heavy. Thursday, we may get a bit of a break before more comes in on Friday with a cool front. All right, let's take a look. I had this issue the other day and I didn't fix it, and that's on me. So here we go. Here's the current latest ice forecast. Again, you notice The southern periphery of this currently extends from near Springtown, north of Weatherford, what is that, Argyle, to just into Denton, along the north of 380, over towards McKinney, up towards Paris, for light ice accumulations up to the Red River, including places like Wichita Falls, Bowie, Decatur, Denton, McKinney, Sherman, Gainesville, Bonham, Paris, Clarksville. If we are a degree or two colder, that'll shift south into the Metroplex, with mainly issues on elevated surfaces, bridges, overpasses, tree branches. We're going to be borderline here for surface impacts, but the issue we don't typically have to deal with is things have been quite cold lately, so the ground is much colder than we might otherwise typically be. Thus, we may actually see surfaces freeze over with this too, even though temperatures are going to be, 30, 31, 32 degrees. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. And when this gets going, this may happen pretty quickly, given the colder surface temperatures. At this point, a trace to a few hundredths of an inch of ice, mostly on elevated surfaces in the aforementioned towns and cities, with things actually improving pretty quickly by sunrise Monday, as that freezing line slowly moves north to the Red River, probably by sunrise. And then we have rain continuing, and that'll actually help to quickly melt that ice. So be mindful, we're probably going to have some travel issues tonight, but things are also going to probably improve pretty quickly by sunrise Monday. Oklahoma, north of the Red River, that will not be the case. It is going to stay icy through midday Monday, and there could be 4 times to 5 times as much ice as we're talking for Texas. We're saying a trace to maybe 1/10 of an inch here, maybe on the Red River of ice. Try 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice north of the Red River, especially from the Arbuckles, Paul's Valley down to Ardmore, State Park there in the Arbuckles, which I can't remember name, Turner Falls. Then through Ada, Seminole, Oklahoma, up to Interstate 40 over towards Fort Smith, Arkansas. That has the potential to not only debilitate travel, all roads, all that, but knock some trees down and some power lines because of the heavy amount of ice. So if you're in places like Lawn, Chickasha, Oklahoma, Tulsa, the eastern half of Oklahoma tomorrow along the east of Interstate 44, it is not going to be a good night or a good morning, and they may have freezing drizzle, freezing fog by 4 p.m. today. So ouchies. Now, let's talk about, after the ice, how much rain. We haven't gotten to show pretty colors like this on the rain map in a while. This is usually something we'd get to show during the summer months when we have an abundance of moisture, but nature's doing Mama Nature things in January, and holy moly guacamole, we have a lot of rain coming. This is through 6 a.m. Friday. So today, mainly this afternoon through 6 a.m. Friday. So yeah, we're talking about a 5-day stretch, but still, widespread rainfall totals of 5 to 7 inches across the Ark-La-Tex, the Piney Woods of East Texas, the Golden Triangle in far southeast Texas, Beaumont, southeast Texas, the upper Texas coast, the Brazos Valley. That's a lot of rain, and definitely will have the potential for flooding. With the amounts of rain, let's say 1 to 4 inches, as far west as Gainesville, Weatherford, all the way down into the Hill Country, South Texas, places like Dallas, Waco, Austin, San Antonio. At this point, 2 to 5 inches of rain over the next 5 days is a pretty good bet. We could see locally higher amounts, and really the only folks who aren't going to get at least 1/10 of an inch of rain by 6 a.m. Friday, the northwestern half of the Texas Panhandle, a sliver of the Permian Basin, and eastern portions of Big Bend down towards Sanderson. Otherwise, the rest of the state, we're looking at 1/10 of an inch of rain at least, all the way up to 7 inches of rain. And again, we'll have to keep an eye out for flooding potential, especially from Tuesday onward. Urban flooding, street flooding, flooding in construction zones, low water crossings. Yeah, we could have that by Monday morning. So we'll have to keep an eye out. Now, soils are cold, so they may not be able to absorb as much water. We'll also have to see just how quickly soils become saturated given the dormant wintertime vegetation. But yeah, we definitely could have some flooding out of this, and we will see pretty good rises on creeks, streams, rivers, lakes, and that'll be a process over a few weeks. But yeah, If your river or stream or creek is dry, it's not going to be dry after this. That is a guarantee in the eastern half of Texas. So it'll be warm, though. We're talking high temperatures, 60s, 70s, maybe low 80s, southeastern half of Texas, beginning Monday through the remainder of the week. Northwestern half of Texas, a bit cooler comparatively. We're talking 40s, 50s for high temperatures, but above freezing. Winter storm potential, not going to happen, excluding this evening's issues. This is going to be a warmer event with a whole lot of moisture. So that's going to be it for your Texas Weather Roundup this Sunday. We'll get back to the usual style tomorrow. We'll definitely be watching things tonight into the day. We'll have chasers out and about documenting and keeping an eye on the ice. And as always, we'll bring you updates as needed. We're going to definitely keep an eye on that freezing line just in case things try to trend. There we go. Words, David. A degree or two colder initially, which would bring some of those initial ice impacts down into the Metroplex, maybe even farther south. But again, it would be a short duration issue with temperatures rising above freezing late tonight into the pre-dawn hours Monday. As always, you can get your local weather forecast in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app, interactive weather radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com. Y'all have a good Sunday morning. We'll keep an eye out and chat with y'all again later today. God bless.